Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV with your college basketball top 25 preview for this weekend. And I do mean weekend because we're covering both Saturday and Sunday. We have four head-to-head top 25 matchups in college basketball for the final weekend of the regular season. Conference tournaments have begun, but the big boys are finishing up the regular season card in the major conferences this Saturday and Sunday. We have three Saturday games for you, covering both daytime and nighttime action, and then also a bonus Sunday top 25 game for you here on Wager Talk TV. Quick reminder, though, if you're going to play March Madness, if you're going to play the NCAA tournament, and you know you are, you might as well make some money while you do so. Why not get on board now and get the next week, the final weekend of the regular season, and all the conference tournaments for free? And here's how it works. Next week, the price for the rest of the college season is $177. A week from that, when the NCAA tournament starts, it's $177. Guess what? The price right now is $177. So you do the math. That's an extra week, week and a half for free if you sign up right now. Every day you delay is one less day for free basketball that you're getting with the March Madness special. No promo code needed. Go to my page right now, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get the rest of college hoops for $177. That's the NCAA tournament price, and you're going to get the next week and a half of regular season and conference tournaments included for free. $177. And why should you sign up? Nobody has won more the past 2 years since I joined WagerTalk.com in college hoops, ranked number one the past 2 years combined in college basketball. Now you get the rest of the season for the lowest price. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. All right, let's get to it. Let's look at the card for Saturday starting at noon Eastern on ESPN and SEC battle. Arkansas at Tennessee. And as I said, you don't have to wait long for this one as it goes at 12 noon Eastern. Hey, I guest hosted Wager Talk today, earlier this week, Monday through Friday with Teddy Covers right here on this TV channel. If you missed any of those episodes, they're archived 24/7 every day. Go back and watch them. And we had a lot of good college basketball talk and NBA talk this week. And one thing is we had some odds makers and I think it was Art DeCesar from the Westgate's the one that mentioned this, is that NCAA futures, do they have any liability? He said not much. I said, any long shots? Teddy asked him, any long shots that are getting money? And one that he jumped down and said a lot of the sharps are hitting is Arkansas, as high as 75-1. It's been bet down now to 50-1 in a lot of spots. But Arkansas is a team that's getting some love from the sharp money mostly. You know, obviously anybody playing NCAA futures heavy right now is probably some sharp money, especially at 75-1 prices. So it'll be interesting to see how Arkansas does here on Saturday. Now, I'm going to give you my power ratings for each of these four games. Also going to give you the lines opened on Friday night as we're doing this video. My power ratings make Tennessee -5. The line opened exactly -5 and quickly went to 6. So we saw a little bit of early money come in on the Tennessee Volunteers. This is a last home game for them, so not surprised they're getting some backing on their perfect 15-0 straight-up home court this season. And it's also a revenge spot for Tennessee. Line open 5, right on my power rating. It's gone up to 6, but it's hard to disagree with that move. Last home game, perfect home court, and with revenge is an angle that's very difficult to fade in the final weekend of the regular season. Let's look at that earlier meeting exactly 2 weeks ago on February 19th. Arkansas won a low-scoring game, 58-48 on their home court. We look at the three-point shooting as we often do. Not a surprise Tennessee struggled. If you only put up 48 points, you probably don't shoot well, right? They were 4 for 24, 17% from three-point range. Arkansas wasn't much better, 5 for 22. They were one basket better from two-point range. The difference, though, was on the free throw line. Arkansas attempted 4 more free throws, but they made 5 more, shooting 77%. Tennessee was only 67%. So a little bit of a misleading 10-point road loss there. I expect Tennessee to play better on their strong home court with revenge in the last home game of the season. That goes at noon Eastern, early game on ESPN. Next game goes at 4 p.m. Eastern Saturday afternoon, also on ESPN, and that's a Big 12 battle, Texas at Kansas. My power ratings favor the Jayhawks by 6. The early line on Friday night, 6.5. Kansas the home favorite, so pretty much in line with my initial power ratings on this one. Big news for Kansas is, do they bounce back after an 0-3 ATS run? You know, tough loss at Baylor, and we talked about that game a week ago here for the Saturday preview. That was a top 25 battle. I mentioned that Baylor had huge revenge from a 24-point loss at Kansas. So not a surprise that Kansas dropped that game as a 3-point dog. But a little surprising, to say the least, that they lost at TCU as a 6-point road favorite by 10 points in the following game. I think they were a little bit hungover after that Baylor loss. And that hangover apparently carried into the TCU rematch a couple days ago on Thursday. In fact, that looked like a good bounce back spot for Kansas. And they were trailing in that game late. Ended up winning by just 4 as a 12-point favorite. Never really came close to covering. So they're on an 0-3 ATS run. The question is, Was that the wake-up call for Kansas here at heading into this game? Maybe this was a look-ahead spot to Texas. Obviously, these are two very good teams in the Big 12 this season, and you can make a case that maybe even though Kansas had lost to TCU, they're still looking ahead to this revenge game because once again, strong home court, last home game with revenge. Unlike Tennessee, who's 15-0, Kansas is 15-1 straight up, and they are playing with revenge from a loss earlier a month ago in early February, 79-76 at Texas. In that game, Kansas was a solid, decent 5 for 13, 38% from three-point range. They still lost the game by 3. Texas, though, just 3 for 20, 15% from beyond the arc, and they still won the game. So although the setup here, game with revenge favors Kansas, the matchup is a little bit of a concern there because Kansas lost the game despite Texas shooting a god-awful 3 for 20 from the three-point line. The difference in this one, as is often the case, was the free throw line. Texas made 5 more free throws. They also made a couple more twos. So Texas outscored Kansas by 9 points from 2-point and the free throw line in that earlier 3-point win. All right, we're going to get to a Sunday game here in a moment. So if you're joining us late Saturday, don't forget I've got the 10 o'clock Eastern ESPN game coming up. Also a Sunday game to preview. Quick reminder, though, you can get the rest of the regular season and all the conference tournaments for free because the March Madness special is available right now. Look, a week and a half from now when the tournament starts, it's going to be $177 for the rest of college basketball. You don't have to wait to get that price. You get it right now, and every day that you get on sooner is an extra day free that you're getting along the way. $177 for the rest of college basketball through the NCAA finals in April for just $177. No promo code needed. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Nobody has won more the past 2 years in college hoops, up over 64 units of profit, ranked number 1 at WagerTalk.com. 177 gets the rest of the college season through April. No promo code needed. Get it right now. I've got a huge lineup for Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. All right, let's look at a late game, another game on ESPN Saturday night. This at 10 o'clock Eastern on the West Coast. USC at UCLA. Trojans and the Bruins, two really good teams. USC 25-5, UCLA 22-6. Probably even better than that straight-up record because keep in mind, UCLA in recent weeks has struggled at times on the road. They had that monster winning streak, snapped with the revenge. Arizona had big revenge and beat them, and then they came back flat. Arizona State beat UCLA as a big dog. They barely beat Stanford, and then they lost again at USC. So this is a revenge game. But since then, they came home, won 3 straight, went on the road and won 2 out of 3. So since that USC loss back on February 12th, UCLA is a quiet 5-1 straight up in ATS. And I say quiet because I think a lot of people have written them off in recent weeks. Let's look at that earlier game at USC about a month ago and dig into the box score a bit. UCLA average from three-point line, 5 for 15. USC, though, very strong, 8 for 18, 44%. That was basically the difference in this game. Trojans did hit a couple more twos, but UCLA, despite losing and being on the road, had a substantial edge from the free throw line. And now, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes free throws are random, but when the road team gets over twice as many free throws and makes almost double, that stands out to me because normally home teams get the beneficiary of the close calls from the officials. That wasn't the case here. USC committed 20 fouls, UCLA only 14. Trojans were 11 for 12, 92%. UCLA was 21 for 26, 81%. So I think UCLA, that shows that they have an edge down low here in the rematch. Let's look at the power ratings of my line. I make a power rating of 10.5 for UCLA. Line opened pretty cheap. It opened 8.5 point range on Friday night. So going back to what I said about UCLA maybe being a little bit underrated now, they've gone 5-1 straight up and against the spread the last 6. My power ratings favor them by 10.5. The odds makers made the open 8.5 on Friday night, so it is a little cheap. We'll see where it moves. This is a late game Saturday, so a lot of time to go still. Goes at 10 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Those are your 3 big games for Saturday college basketball, all on national TV. We got a bonus 4th game for you. First time since I've been doing this video over the past month that we have a Sunday top 25 matchup, and this will be a Big Ten battle between Iowa and Illinois. I talked about UCLA maybe being a little bit underrated. You could maybe make that case for Illinois, too. They're starting to play pretty solid basketball. This is a team that had some issues, some injuries, some players out early in the season. They started just 2-2 straight up. Also had a couple losses in mid-January. But since then, this team has won 9 of their last 12 games straight up. They've won 2 in a row. Actually, 8 of their last 11 straight up. They've won 2 in a row here, and they look to make it 3 straight. in their home finale against the Iowa Hawkeyes on Sunday afternoon, actually Sunday night. This is a night game Sunday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox Sports 1. So it's a nice primetime Big Ten Sunday night game, Iowa and Illinois. And one thing about Iowa is they play really fast. They like to push the tempo. We saw them with a nice road win at Michigan on Thursday night, put up 82 points. In fact, Iowa has now scored 82 points or more in 4 straight games, and they've done so in 7 of their last 8 overall. This is a really good offensive team, and one of the reasons they're so good offensively is they do not turn the ball over. In fact, out of 358 teams in Division I basketball, nobody has a lower turnover percentage than the Iowa Hawkeyes, and they play fast, so that's a pretty deadly combination. And I bring that up because Illinois does a lot of things right. Good defensive team, but they don't force turnovers. In fact, they rank only 317th in percentage of turnovers forced. So on the surface, Iowa's going to take care of the ball. They should have a little bit of an edge in this one. We'll see how it plays out, though. No line, of course, yet. This is a Sunday game. I'm doing this video on Saturday night, so we don't have any numbers for this one yet. But my power ratings do favor Illinois by 3. And this is a revenge spot for the road team in Iowa. They played way back in early December, beginning of the conference, really before conference play. They played this early Big Ten game. So not sure we can take too much away from that because, as I mentioned, Illinois is a better team now, yet they still won that game 87-83 on the road. We look at the three-point shooting for Illinois. They were lights out that night, 11 for 25, 44%. Iowa was a respectable 35%, but Iowa had a huge edge down low. They outscored them by 8 two-point baskets. That's a 16-point edge from two-point range. The difference, though, was on the free throw line where Illinois was plus 11 points. So we'll see how this plays out. It's strange to see a team have such an edge from two-point range, yet the other team get more fouls and more rate free throws. So I think this will be a tight game. My power ratings are saying that. Once again, look-ahead line for me is Illinois -3. We'll see where the actual point spread comes on Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Hey, look, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, take 2 seconds, hit the thumbs up, the like button. It goes a long way to keep all this content free here on Wager Talk TV. Also, make sure you're subscribed. I'm sure you are, but double check. Make sure you're subscribed. We're getting close to 100,000 subscribers. Hit the bell if you want instant alerts. And this is important because no more top 25 videos. This is the last regular season weekend. So next week with the conference tournaments and the matchups changing every night, probably won't have a video here, but I do plan on coming back with my Fade the Public NCAA tournament style. And I know you NFL viewers love that video. So make sure you hit subscribe and hit that bell so you'll get instant alerts when my next college basketball video is available. Hit the like, the subscribe button, and don't forget, most importantly, comment below. I love my comments. I read each and every one of them, and I reply back. Let me know your thoughts on these big top 25 matchups. Hey, let me know some sleeper bets you like this Saturday and Sunday in college hoops, and some of your tournament predictions. Since we won't talk next week, let me know your picks to win the conference tournaments coming up if you see any long shots there with some good value. Thanks for watching as always. Don't forget about that promo right now. No promo code needed. It's a fantastic special. $177 gets the rest of college basketball through April. That's the price when the tournament starts in a week and a half. Get the next couple weeks for free along the way. $177 gets Steve Merril, #1 ranked in college hoops the past 2 years at WagerTalk.com. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Appreciate the support. Like, subscribe, comment below, and check back each and every day right here on Wager Talk TV for more great betting information. Best of luck this week and enjoy the games.